So in this lesson we're going to take a look at how you can sort a table of data and how you can filter it to look for sort of specific things in your data set. So we're going to be using the same data set that we used in the last example. We've got these standings from a hockey league. And we've got a list of things down here that we want to do. Rank the team by points, then by wins if the two teams have the same number of points, and finally rank them by goals for if points and wins are the same. So let's first get our data into our Excel spreadsheet. Same thing as before. I'm going to drag, click and drag to copy it, Control C, come over to my Excel workbook here, and I'm going to do Control V to paste it, and then I'm going to choose my options here and match the destination formatting so I have just the data in here. So what did we want to do? We wanted to sort these things by first by points, and then by goals for, and then by wins. All right, let's come back here. So let's highlight the data, all the data in the table just by clicking and dragging that we want to sort. And we want to sort, make sure that all of the columns get changed as we do our sorting. So to do a sort, we're going to come up to Data, up at the top, and we are going to choose the item called Sort. And it brings up this little box here, and the first thing we want to sort it by is points. So in the column list here, we want to sort by points. We want to treat these things as values, and we want to sort them from largest to smallest. So let's see what happens if we click smallest to largest. You see that it rearranges everything so that all of these rows are now ordered by the smallest number of points to the largest number of points. Let's change that to what we actually want, largest to smallest, just like that. Now, if teams have the same number of points, we want to sort by, let me check back here and say, if two teams have the same number of points, sort them by wins next. So let's come on back over here and click on we still have this whole area selected, click on sort again, and we want to add another level here. So first it sorts them by points, then it sorts them by, and we want to choose wins, and we want to sort again from largest to smallest. Now, if two teams have the same number of points and the same number of wins, we want to sort by goals for. So click on sort again, let's add another level. Now notice that our new level appears in between points and wins. We can fix that in just a second. So we want to sort by goals for. We want to sort again from largest to smallest. And we've got this one highlighted here, and we can click on these little arrows to move these up or down. So I'm going to move it down to the bottom. So it does them in order. First by points, then by wins, then by goals for. Okay, and there we go. We have our data sorted. What was the next thing we wanted to do? List only those teams with fewer than 16 points. Okay, so this is going to be filtering. So let's make a copy of our thing here. So I'm going to highlight it, Control C, and then just come down here and Control V. We want only the teams that have less than 16 points. So I'm going to highlight this area again without the without my headings in there. And I'm going to click on, I'm still in my data tab here, I'm going to click on filter. And you can see that in each of these columns we get this little sort of down pointing arrow, little triangle thing. That's going to let us filter. So we want to filter by points. So I'm going to, in the points column, click on that little thing here. Oh, and that's not what I wanted. I'm going to cancel that. I want to select everything here, including the headings. Okay, so now those little down arrows appear up in the headings of my columns. So now I want to filter by points here. So number filter, so I'm going to click here. So I've clicked on this little triangle, this down pointing triangle. I'm going to click on number filters, and I want to filter everything. I want to only show these things that are less than 16. So I'm going to choose less than from this menu, and it says show rows where points is less than. I'm going to put in Was it 15 or 16? Let's say it was 15. No, let's do 16. And click on OK. So it gets rid of all of those rows where points are less than 15. And I could just do some analysis just based solely on those. Okay, next thing, set up a separate table showing only the goals for and against data and rank the teams by goals scored. Okay, so we've already seen how to create a separate table. This is a useful thing to do when you've got like a lot of data to work with. Sometimes you only want to work with some of the rows and some of the columns. So again, just highlight everything, Control C. I'm just going to come over here, Control V. And all I want here is goals for and goals against, so GF and GA. So I'm just going to click up on the letter for the columns that I don't want, and I'm just going to press, well, I could right click and click on delete, and that'll get rid of these columns that I don't want. And notice it slides everything over for me, and then come over here and I'm going to delete points as well. So I've got a new table showing just goals for and goals against, and I wanted to rank these teams by, what did I want to rank them by? By goals scored, so goals for. So again, I could select everything here, click on sort, and sort by, oh, cancel, I selected the wrong things here. So cancel, there we go, select the whole thing here, click on sort, and sort by goals for, and again, let's do largest to smallest. Okay, so everything's nice and sorted there. What did I want to do next? Find the largest value of goals against. Now, I could just sort by goals against, but we're going to use little formulas here to find the largest value of goals against and the smallest value. So I'm interested in this column right here, the goals against column. So I'm going to record the largest number, the smallest number, and the total in these three boxes here. So I'm just going to label these in the cell next to it. Largest, smallest, and let's say the total. Okay, so if I want to find the largest number in this little column, I'm going to click on this cell here, and I'm going to put an equal sign. And that lets Excel know that I want to use a formula here. The formula that I want to use to find the largest is called max. It returns the largest value in a set of values. So I type max, and then I need some brackets. So I open my brackets with a left parenthesis here, and then I click and drag on the data that I want to find the maximum value in. So I've highlighted K2 down to K7. So then I'm just going to put my end of my brackets in there. Notice that this formula is appearing up here in this little formula bar here. And then I hit enter, and there it's telling me that max number of goals against, or the largest number of goals against, is 71. I can do the same thing for my smallest. I'm going to hit equals, and instead of max, I'm going to type min. Open my brackets, highlight my data set, close my brackets, and then hit enter. So the smallest goals against is 42. That's the nice guys there. And if I want the total, again, equals, the command to get the total of a set of numbers is called sum. So SUM, open my brackets, highlight my data, close my brackets, hit enter, and there we go. So we have sorted our data, we filtered our data, we've created a separate table to analyze, and then we pulled out the largest, the smallest, and the total.